Hi, this is Caleb coming back at you with our second episode of our segment Ask the Pro series. Today I'm interviewing a man named Luke Vercollone. He's a professional soccer player and a very good friend of our family. Luke, thank you for being with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey Caleb, it's absolutely my pleasure, my friend. I am Luke Vercollone. I live in Colorado Springs. I'm married, coming up on our 10-year anniversary. I have 4 beautiful babies, 8-year-old boy, 6-year-old girl, 4-year-old girl, and 2-year-old daughter as well. And I play professional soccer, going into my 15th year of professional soccer. I'm currently with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and I also started a business called Mighty Kicks, which introduces kids to soccer.
Okay, so what do you like most about playing soccer?
I like competing. I like the competitive atmosphere and environment, and I like winning. So you can do that in a lot of different things, and I'm a very competitive person, and I thrive in that environment. So soccer I'm pretty good at, and I've been able to enjoy that environment and using my talents as a soccer player. So my favorite thing about soccer is just competing and winning.
Okay, so what is your favorite soccer team and your favorite soccer player?
I just love Messi, so I like Barcelona. They just play amazing football, and he is just inspirational. I don't follow it a ton, but I follow the MLS pretty well, Major League Soccer, and I like Clint Dempsey, and I like the Rapids because they're local, but I played for the Revolution, so in DC United. I like Revolution, DC United, and Rapids.
What is your least favorite about soccer?
Injuries. Injuries are the worst. Injuries are tough because they're painful, but then also they limit your ability and they take a while to come back from, so you can't play at your best even when you want to right away. So it's discouraging. But then sitting on the bench is also extremely hard, but when you're injured, you have both. You sit on the bench and you're hurt, so that's the worst.
When did you start playing?
I started playing when I was 4 years old. I played on my older brother's team. He was 6. And soccer wasn't as popular where I was in Massachusetts. So there wasn't that many teams for me. So I would always play on my older brother's team.
Did you play any other sports growing up?
Yes, I did. I played basketball and baseball. And I did that until high school. And then I switched over to wrestling. So I did just wrestling and just soccer in high school.
So what is your favorite food?
If it is not a dessert, then I have to stay honest and go with the old chicken parm, which is a great pregame meal.
When did you find out that you were good enough to play professional soccer player?
I found out in 2004 when I got offered the contract by the New England Revolution. I didn't know if I was good enough until I actually knew. I thought and I hoped and I prayed that I'd be good enough too, because it was a big goal and a big dream of mine. But a lot of people think that as well, and then you don't know until you're actually given the opportunity.
So what do you like doing the most with your family?
I like doing a lot of the activities that my kids do with them. I like wrestling with my kids, and I like going to their events. My son does taekwondo, my daughters do gymnastics and ballet. I like going to those events. We go to church together. We have play dates with other good families of ours, and they love coming to my games too, which is really neat. And then family vacations are cool too.
Do you think kids should only play one sport?
No, not necessarily, especially at the younger ages. I think it's good that they help physically develop different parts of their body and different skill sets. And then mentally, just with the burnout and the interest, that you need to keep it interesting and exciting to create that engagement, especially at the younger age. Now, as you get more competitive and more serious, maybe around the age of 12, even 10 for some serious athletes, then you can start to specialize a little bit more so. But before then, multiple sports is a good idea.
What do you think parents should say if their kids want to be a pro player?
I think parents should encourage their children if they want to be a pro player, because even though it's a very low probability, we want to encourage that. But even in striving, towards that goal, you're going to improve certain life skills, and it's going to make you a better person in the end. You're going to build character and learn life lessons through that challenge and adversity. To be a pro athlete is extremely challenging and tough and competitive, and very few people are privileged with that honor. But even those who try, it's not like they fail and they end up with nothing. You attain a lot of great character traits. You work through a lot of challenges. You develop grit and resilience and perseverance and courage and fortitude and all these great virtues that are going to help you off the field as well.
And are your plans to retire from professional soccer players?
So when I retire from pro soccer, and I don't know exactly when that's going to be, try to take it one day at a time, but it will definitely free up some time. And I've been fortunate throughout my pro soccer career to start some ventures on the side that allow me to continue to pursue soccer. Mighty Kicks is the main priority in terms of financially for our family and focusing and building that business. But then other than that, I have a couple other projects that are really neat that I enjoy. So I'm going to focus on Mighty Kicks, and then another project is called Pro Performance, where we put together a mental training curriculum and help players on the mental side, the psychosocial pillar of player development. So I'm going to help players in that regard, using pro players to share their experience and use the expert optimal performance content in our software to help players develop in that regard. And then finally, I started a ministry called Be a Saint, and just to encourage Christians mainly to live the gospel boldly, to be beasts, just like in the athletic term, we're beasts on the field, but be beast in our spirituality as well, and to be courageous in that regard. So
I just want to take a minute to thank you for joining us with this interview and taking the time off your day to do this.
My pleasure, Caleb. Thank you very much, brother. Good luck.
Thank you guys for watching our video. See you next episode.